Okay, so it appears the telephone arrived. Sure, I don't see this stuff again. Funny. The corners are not too bright on the telephone I am recording with, but there you go. This is the telephone. The charge is right there, and I do have ability to demonstrate you how this telephone even arrived here. Something I already have made the video by even identifying a man from DHL, and that's a boss. A boss who gave the assignment to the delivery guy on how he's going to do it. This telephone should have been here already on Friday, I guarantee you that. It was a very, very deep. Uh, this guy took about 2 years to figure out on which day the telephone would come. This is a taller guy, over 185 centimeters tall, kind of a slender, mid-build, more skinny than fat, average weight. Blue eye, beard, like a fancy beard guy. I think Gorenska, Ljubljana, something like that. But yeah, this exactly is what it is. It's 7:40. At 7:36 already was. Imagine this already was in Novo Mesto. But look at that stuff. What was taking place before? Let's go at the beginning. 9 days from China to Slovenia, and then 6 days in Slovenia. There you go. What is truly weird is that once it arrived to the Hungary, to the Budapest, it didn't take more than 1 day to send one to Slovenia. And it did arrive on April the 9th to Slovenia. It was Wednesday, April the 9th. And then it ended up in Ljubljana at our depot, they say. And from Ljubljana, it was transported to Vrhnika, to Bistra, in the opposite direction of Novo Mesto. And, well, your parcel is estimated to be delivered on Friday, April the 11th, 2025. You can see it right there. But it was not. It was delivered instead to Ljubljana, just the way you see it right there. And from Ljubljana instead to Novo Mesto, to me again back to Bistra, just so that it would be exactly as he promised me. Once I have posted the video on the internet about the telephone theft, the telephone, as you see, made it 7:36 already was in the Novo Mesto on Monday. So I don't know, was it exclusively for Novo Mesto that arrived here? Funny stuff. Let's do the unpacking of the telephone so that we can see basically what this looks like. I'm gonna do it like this, like that. Here, this is what this is. A telephone, just like the way you see it here, with my name on it, address, everything. It's correctly, just as I told you, it's going to be DPD. Just as Chinese have told me, it's going to be DPD. If it's taken from China by DPD, it would be DPD. It didn't come to me yesterday, but yeah, let's just say I did record this stuff today, because today you're gonna see two links below this. I'm gonna include, see, this is why I'm buying this telephone, because my camera is so poor that I don't actually even see this stuff right there. That's how poor it is. And so I prepared to use also this telephone here that I could demonstrate you basically. This is how shitty this is. I mean, it's really, really like ultra shitty stuff. These telephones that I have, they're not doing me any good, man. So here you can see this because I turned that telephone into magnifier. I can use that like a microscope to record with. These are just, I don't like to say this, but they are shitty telephones. And so I hope this is going to be way better. And that's yet something I have to determine on how that stuff is going to work. Listen, when it comes to packaging of this stuff, it doesn't look to me as it would be open. Okay, and I am saying this because of this tape here. Just the way you see it, it's a tape all over the place, like that, right there, just the way you see it right there. But on the other hand, this tape is really not significating anything because I don't know how it was. I don't know if it was packaged like this. I have no fucking idea if it was packaged like this. What is it with this stuff here? It's actually weird that you would have here, if I note this stuff here, it's like some kind of food here, if you pay attention to. Like somebody left some food in there. But that kind of stuff happens when you, I don't know. Let's just have this as a little evidence right there. Yeah, this stuff can be removed here, you know, and the tape can be placed additionally. So I have no idea what to, and look at that stuff again. It's some kind of stuff there. Look, you see like some kind of trash inside in there. You see it? I don't know why would that be? I mean, I gotta ask myself, like somebody ate or something like that. I really don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know what to make out of it. Here you can see that very strange packaging. And I really do not know how this stuff was packaged. I video record one, and the rest is going to be other people that are going to take care of this stuff because I will open it somehow. I have no idea where I'm going to, well, like this here on the side somehow. I'm going to open it up, but something is inside. You have to see it. Listen, I would not bet that this stuff was not open, and I would not bet that this stuff was is closed the way it should be. The way you see it right here, the way this tape is placed, just like this, is what they demonstrated to me during MK Ultra it's gonna be. And the one who demonstrated to me during MK Ultra it's gonna be like this was the guy that I described you right now. I did ask him during MK Ultra if the package is gonna be okay, and he was showing me a packaging just like the one you see it right here. What exactly that means? Who the fuck knows? It could mean nothing. It could be that they did this stuff so that I would raise some kind of suspicion which they could easily rebuff. It's Slovenian garbage, to put it this way. Sick people, tremendously sick people. They were in it to cause harm. And that's all there is to it. Otherwise, you wouldn't even see me reviewing this telephone. Let's get it done with it. Maybe I can do some post aftermath, I should say, investigation, but right now, let's just get down and do it. If you ask me about this telephone, what exactly my opinion is, I don't have one, because I don't have opinion. This is weird. It's truly, truly weird. Underneath, it must go under this thing here. Police was even involved in this stuff. Jurcic was involved in this stuff, and he was talking to me about something like this stuff here. He was talking to me about this and mumbled something about mental illness, schizophrenia, and stuff like this. So I already did the package completely totally based on previous video recordings or this package was already open in Slovenia. They know, talking about the garbage from Novo Mesto police station, that I will definitely not open here. And so there will be possibility for police to, not for Slovenian police, not, to investigate this stuff. That's not a police, that's a garbage. So guess what? I opened one like this. It's kind of weird, but I think it's okay because it gives me the chance to avoid any kind of, this here is still the main thing. Unlike other occasions, I am going to see this stuff here to check the possibility of the crime is crime. Whether you tell the person something you're gonna do, that's a crime. Finally, there is something else to it. Slovenian police has these packages, plenty of it. For them to open this thing is a piece of cake. So you have a package like this, all you gotta do is take the sticker off, pop new sticker off, and do exactly the imitation of what they demonstrated to me during MK Ultra. It's gonna look like. Based on this here, this, especially based on this thing here, and based on this thing here, I can say that this package might have not been original Chinese package, but it belongs in fact most likely to Slovenian police. Slovenian police traveled to China on numerous occasions and had Chinese people interacting here in Slovenia. Not only Chinese, but all kinds of people, American, from Middle East also, would deliver me in the warehouses. This is what went on. So why would they not have the stuff like this? Why would the seller not send this to Slovenia and include inside of the package this packaging so they could play with it? I simply will not exclude the possibility of that. because most likely that even is the case. It's about animals. It's not about the people. It's about the animals. And these animals did absolutely everything that was in their hands to get me destroyed. So I would be surprised if this is not what took place with this packaging right there that you see it. This is the telephone. Now, let's also see this wrapping here. I could learn from this wrapping more than from other wrapping even. It's not all the way, just like you see it. This is not all the way, just the way you see it. This stuff is just like it is, just the way up to here, it goes across, and it goes, this one goes here, and that one goes up to here. Yeah. So there is I have a tremendous pain in my spine, so I have to sit and change the position because it's not good for me. Well, let me see something else here. Okay, this is practically not doing any difference, so I will try to save the battery. Is the number 26. I will record this with the other telephone, but right now it's 261-122-01-09312. And below DPF B13769-315. Sure, you can see it. I don't know. This stuff was absolutely opened, and that I know for sure because look at that. That's underneath. Wait a minute. Because it was Igor Yurchich who was demonstrating me this stuff here and was doing this stuff in front of me, pointing me out that it's nothing, that it's normal. He was the one who packaged this stuff in Slovenia. Police packaged this stuff based on video recording which they secured during MKUltra procedure. This is how they do it. When they had me in China, when they had me at Temu, that did not even exist yet, they wanted to play a schizophrenia. They took me to where the headquarters of the Temu came to existence, and they started to act like they're protesting against the instructions they received from the company. Then they would take me to merchandisers, to sellers, manufacturers, to the seller personnel they had in China, to the computers, to the where they seated at the tables. And they started to complain to me about the orders they receive, special orders that concern my packaging and stuff like this. They wanted to play a schizophrenia everywhere, but clearly points out that the stuff I was talking about all along, when the packages, broken packages were arriving, that Chinese either receive instructions from Slovenian police, actually already have, because they have the people, sellers right here, and do send packaging prepared accordingly to the Slovenian police instructions from MK Ultra, or simply do leave packaging not completely closed with spare packaging inside, spare bags, whatever, so that Slovenian police can play with it here in Slovenia. The difference is none. There is no difference. Chinese sellers would take, or Slovenian police would take, whenever they would hijack me, traffic me to China, with them also anywhere from belts to all kinds of stuff, whatever was involved in MK Ultra. Chinese complain about warehousing of the items that Slovenian police was collecting for the future reference related to MK Ultra, basically to my case. I have written about that stuff on the blog. So I don't know. It really makes no difference. But the stuff that you see is exactly what was demonstrated to me during MK Ultra. It looks to me that this telephone is going to be completely immaculate because a new director of Novo Mesto police station, a criminal who was involved as a police officer since 2000, since 99, since he became a police officer, indicated me during MK Ultra that this is going to be immaculate. So I am pretty sure that the telephone is going to be okay. But this stuff here, this munchy munch stuff here that you see, this was involved in MK Ultra, this stuff here. I will not forget Igor Jurcic when he was sitting right at this table here and was talking to me. I was sitting right where I am and he was sitting right there and was talking to me about that he doesn't know why this is, that he doesn't know why this is. And you jocked up and you don't even know what the fuck goes on. They record themselves next to you and that's all there is to it. So this stuff here, I will just go and open one. Hate to do that stuff, but look at that stuff. Look at this. Uh-huh. I don't know, is it? Uh-huh, okay. Okay, this is... No, not really. No, yes, really, because of this thing here. Okay, all right. Now, this is the way the bags come, it looks like. I am going to open this stuff. I'm going to open this stuff, you know what, through here, like this. That's how we're gonna open this stuff here. Like that. like this, and shit, like that, and we're gonna pull this like this. Pay attention to this stuff here, because this is already telling me that there might be another surprise here. This here is quite munched. I know it's not okay. So I suspect that just as Juršić stated, this is also going to be all good, all normal. The way this looks like, it's like this. As you see, there is something in this here is cut also. No, it's not cut, it's open. I don't know what this is. Interesting. We're going to open from this case. Shouldn't be difficult. I'm going to do it. Okay, before we do that, I'm going to do it like this. I am not going to be doing the whole review. I will be just doing partial opening. I'm going to do the opening, and then the next thing, of course, I am going to run the telephone with antivirus programs to see what actually the capabilities are. Before testing the telephone for capabilities which are advertised, it is highly advisable. I don't remember this. This is the stuff I do not remember. That was done. It's actually quite angry stuff. I don't know about this. Why the hell is it like that? I mean, Zaishek, police officer Zaishek also was with this stuff with Juršić, and they had a lot of comments about irregularities. This is what Slovenian police searched. Always was irregularities involved in it. Also chopped right there. The way this Slovenian trash talked to me here at the table was the whole schizophrenia. The seller also later found, this was Zaishek and Juršić, Director Novo Mesto Police and one of the criminals that met me on the week of October the 30th, 2025. The way he talked to me about this stuff was the seller also later admitted this and so on and so forth. That's the way it went. Doesn't matter. Let's see this. The telephone is quite heavy. This looks like a high quality telephone, which for that price, I doubt that it could possibly be. But okay, Slovenian police was highly disappointed with this telephone. So let's see what is it to this telephone. is the way this stuff looks like. And see, pretty much, I don't even know how the new telephones look like because of what I stated. I don't know what normally would be expected, whatever, but this is what this stuff looks like. I see all kinds of lines here and stuff like that, which this is just a paper protection. They had some kind of problem with this stuff here. Zaishek talk about that stuff also. Everything was garbage, garbage, garbage. This accent was on the garbage, garbage this, garbage that. The only thing I was listening was it looks really, it looks very nice actually. This vinyl protection in the back will do nothing because it's not properly placed. It's placed in such a way that is already detached here. This was the case with every watch I got. Always making sure that no watch would ever come with a protection on one properly set. And if it would be my mom that would go and dig it out so that I would invest my own efforts and money to create protection for the watch so the watch would not scratch. Zaishek had a lot of, this is exactly the telephone. He had a lot of complaints in respect to the buttons. He claims that the buttons that were no good and so on. Man, when I recall, this was like crazy animals sitting at this table and giving me their ABC on how to view the future telephone. So this here is already failure here. This is not what the manufacturer did. Somebody else did that I guarantee you. Moving past this, this is the stuff that bothered Zaishek. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. I have not really seen stuff like that. Maybe that's supposed to be there. I do not know. I am going to remove this protection to see what is hiding behind. See, I never ever was doing a reviews like this. Oh, so then you have again bubble right there, just the way you see it. More bubbles. More bubbles. More bubbles. This is the protection plastic here. Look, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is the way it is. Again, I'm gonna take this off. I am just logging in because why am I doing this stuff? Because no fucking smartphone I ever received I was paying to attention. This is the last one maybe that I'm doing the review on, and so I am paying attention to this shit now. Simple as this. So that's what this is. They told me I'm not supposed to remove this. That's what they claim me, that I'm not supposed to remove this, that this is the stuff that's supposed to stay here. Never seen the stuff like this. It's a soft like sponge, something like that in that sense. Telephone looks really, really beautiful. This stuff here, if I don't fix it right now, is gonna go to hell. This is the first thing that needs to be fixed or basically thrown away. There absolutely is no doubt about that. I don't know how to do it. And we'll have to see if this stuff is even possible to do it. And I need to see something else. All this stuff, that's not going to help in any way. Okay, so let's try our best to see if this stuff can actually be done the way I wanted to get it done. Oh, it will be very, very, very difficult to do that, especially as I am recording this video. I have to put the camera down because this is fucking impossible to do it. So you will excuse me for this part. Yeah, you know, I am just gonna use something else like this. I do not believe that stuff can be actually even done with through like otherwise than this here. Yes, of course I like to keep this protection. The telephone looks really good, I mean. This is where I went terribly wrong right now. It's too damn bad because for just a little bit effort extra, it could almost be completed. Mhm. No good, no good. It's not the way it's supposed to be, really, but I don't think I am gonna make it one more time to detach this thing. I did. I just did. Damn it. It would be okay, but I really want this to be done with a precision. I don't like halfway done this. I get it, I get it. Yeah. That's like, I'm gonna say quite perfect in the terms of protection. It's more a lousy job than not. I'm not really good at this stuff, but it's in place and I can play with this later, maybe pushing these bubbles out. Protection is there. It is there. So fine. let's continue with this review. So this is going to stay for a little longer. I will fix this later on. This bubbles, I'm going to push them out, lift this up and do it again. It's going to be just fine. But right now, Zajcek had a problems. They also had a problems with his cameras, whatever. Hey man, the telephone, the way they demonstrated to me during MK Ultra was thrown apart in pieces in front of me. First of all, before I do the review of this telephone, beautiful, beautiful telephone, really beautiful telephone, I will do something else. Yeah. The first thing I want to do, truly MK Ultra telephone, truly MK Ultra telephone all the way. First thing that I want to do is I want to go over this stuff, and this is the telephone that I purchased. It was a little bit updated. Here is what I should expect from this telephone. The sale ended, but 4000 milliampere battery, the processor MTK6737. And that's the stuff you're going to see me partially doing in another video. Right now, I am just going to go and see what is it that telephone has to offer. Then, in continuation, because it's morning hours here, I will go and I will run all kinds of programs to detect if there is any viruses potentially installed on this telephone and so on, that kind of stuff. Zajcek was extremely angry. They also suggested it's a too nice telephone. What good is it when I will destroy one and stuff like this? Crazy motherfuckers, eh? But this is what they have at Novo Mesto Police Station. These animals have the telephones for fun, basically. I have them for work, literally. They are using the telephones. I was with them inside of the cars. They were demonstrating me telephones, and I can tell you they change the batteries when the batteries are still 60–70% charged. One of the criminals who was on October the 30th with me, he has a son. He was with me. He was with another investigator inside of the car. They were driving me around, Novo Mesto police officers. He has a son, I can tell you by the talk we had. And they were explaining to me when the battery is still about 60%, they give the batteries away to the kids with the telephone, that they have telephones. They record just like I do, absolutely everything, with their own telephones. Every fucking one of them. But that's not work. That's goofy fuck business. When you destroy somebody, I purchased, I don't know, 10 of those pouches so that I could put the telephone inside. When you destroy a person, 10 of them, we cannot talk about here my responsibility. We cannot talk about destroying person absolutely everything so he have no place to put the telephone. That he is responsible for it. We can't fucking be talking about the stuff like this. Keeping him completely jobless, etc. Not jobless, but penniless. And you're gonna talk to me about how I'm gonna see myself in my own things that you basically entered the house and destroyed, vandalized in front of my eyes, so that I could come and meet you at the police station. Anyhow, 4000 milliampere battery, processor. If it's this processor, it's equal processor is from the Vico Y60, and Those processors, although not the best processors, are still better processors than 6580 processor. Now, it claims here it's 11 whatever, probably Android system. It's unlocked. It's got 4 giga RAM, 128 ROM. Come on, probably not. The telephone was sold to me based on this right here, just exactly on these feedbacks here. It was a man who advertised the comment 16 gigabyte, 2 gigabyte RAM, right there. Right there. If this telephone does have 2 gigabyte of RAM, I will be happy with it. 16 gigabyte ROM, I will be happy with it. It doesn't have to have 128, it says. It doesn't have to have that. I know that these are not expensive. This is a very cheap telephone, smartphone. But if it does have the stuff that's advertised here, I would be completely satisfied with it. I know I'm not buying the best telephone in this world. I didn't go and purchase this telephone so that I would get 128 gigabyte ROM and 4 gigabyte RAM. That would be too fucking generous. That's why I said I am going to be running the antiviruses and stuff like this so that I could detect that stuff. This stuff, it's not going to help you, the stuff that I demonstrate you right now, because this telephone of mine, it's too poor. It's not going to do any good, but I will use the other telephone to video record with this stuff here, and I'm going to post separate video with that microscope. Does it even make sense? Or maybe I'm just going to do some screen recording and use the camera from laptop to complete this. So you have to be aware of the limits of this telephone. So I don't think there's anything else to say. There should be a mobile phone shell, a mobile phone film, adapter, data line, earphone, card pin instructions. Let's see what else is inside of this baby here. At least I protected this thing. We're gonna play with this later on, but at least I know I'm not gonna end up losing this vinyl protection here. That's always was the case. Always was the case. As a matter of fact, let me see how this protection here is placed. This protection up front is placed properly. This is properly placed. It looks properly. Now, let's move on to this internal stuff to see what is inside in there. I'm gonna check this. Okay, so we have, it looks like a spare protection for the telephone. That's very nice. In the past, the police that entered the house, they would sip me garbage inside. It was stuff like this. So when I placed the protection on the telephone, it would be all with the garbage inside. Yeah, it was like that. That kind of stuff we had going on. Okay. And they demonstrated me during MK Ultra. This is the best part about all that stuff. They demonstrate you. Yeah, I don't know. This here, this stuff here, it well could be the same thing. I do not know. You know, let's take a little break here. Okay. No, this does look legitimate. Question, however, is what exactly is inside of this thing. Yeah, I'm thinking about something else. I don't know how this works. Aha, okay, so one is for the upper part and the other one is for the other part. Okay, so are they? Yeah, this is it. One, and what is this shit here? Aha, okay. All right. I don't see that. Please peel off this mask with a sticker. Aha. Well, this is precisely repeated from MK Ultra. What the fuck is this? The thing about why I'm saying what the fuck is this is because this one you can peel off, but this one you cannot. This one here, it's totally repeated from MK Ultra. Totally repeated from MK Ultra by the police. So look at it. You cannot peel off this one here. Another police officer that was involved in this stuff was Božičnik, the criminal who gave me a ticket in Gotnavas and Žabjevas. He was making a lot of noise about this stuff. Because you can see this trash that was here, what this was all about. They had a lot of fun with this stuff. Not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to peel just like this one here, back. The sticker helped to remove the mask from the screen guard. Please peel off the mask. This one you can peel. This one here, this one you cannot. Or maybe I don't understand, but this says here 1. Yeah, this here says 1, and this here it says 2. This is front, and it says rear. So is either without the front, or as it was the case, Miran Sudin was also in this thing. I will have to use the tape and additionally pull that thing out so that we will unpeel this stuff. A criminal from Milan Kuchan, Miran Sudin, also was doing this kind of stuff in front of me. But this was the usual thing. That garbage always participated in this stuff. He was one of the key people who was taking notes. It was quite good that I took note of telephone not being delivered on time. I am quite satisfied with that part. You see, in the past, I did not pay no attention to this, but now I really do. This material here, it feels like sandy, like somebody sanded this, like the problem is I have a very bad experience because they did destroyed me this stuff that you see by simply placing some kind of a liquid on it that it turned this material into shreds. I had it from telephone from HomeTom. They destroyed all the shells, everything. I could not even use those because of what I stated. I don't know where, but on this telephone there should be a problem also with this thing here. There should be something done to this stuff. I don't see it though. Some kind of cut, something like that. It was Božičnik who hallucinated about that stuff. Okay, so let's see if this stuff can go inside in here, just for they did wanted me to peel this thing off here. It was instructions to take this off here, and I feel quite fortunate that I did not do that. I know, I can tell you also, they explained to me, Božičnik did, that this is what I'm not supposed to do later on. They had the telephone, they have removed this stuff off. Later on, they started to claim that I'm not supposed to take this off, that kind of stuff. Just truly Stefanic was also involved in this stuff. He was asking if they learned about whether this stuff was necessary to take down or not, this stuff. This stuff, it appears to me, it is necessary to take down. There's no way you can have this stuff on the telephone. It's not going to work just like that. It does have to go down. I don't know why they were so excited about this piece here. And it makes me quite uncomfortable. This is a must to take down. This is just a volume, and this here is the card. I was thinking that it's a card there. This appears like a SIM card, and this is just a volume here. So there is no way other than to take this off, this thing here. This is going off. They were, for one thing, I'm going to say to you, they were doing this reviewing sometimes in 2018 of this telephone. 2018. Zainshek, Božičnik especially, they were depressed like a motherfuckers, together with psychiatrist Kapsch. This was already the time that I had proofs in Poland, and these people that were always so aggressive and nasty, to tell you, they didn't feel like even being here no more. They were completely, they had a full pants of shit. And what I noted was they were simply demotivated, depressed, literally depressed. So they did not anticipate anything good, basically. But let's play with this a little bit more and see exactly, basically, the stuff that I see, this stuff. What is it with this? Yes, it's like anything. Nothing I see that it would suggest me that there is damages or anything like that. This is protection, whatever that is, aluminum, I don't know, steel. I learned a lot just by doing this stuff so far on the telephone. Truly, power the telephone on, basically, to see how the telephone is. Or even better, what I will do, I don't know how this is, but tell you what, let's see how is with a telephone. Oh, look at that. The cable from this telephone is different than from other Androids, and it looks like the one from the Apple. It's like this. Here, okay, here is the cable inside. Let's finish to see what else is inside in there. I don't want to power the telephone on. I want to see first what is inside of the, you know, what exactly is inside of the box. The headphones are being used. This, you can see it. Is it anything inside in there? No. Look, inside not, but this caps, I don't know. Sure, it doesn't look like new. How much can you even see this stuff? Will depend on my taking off. The stuff to do for the smartphone, microscopic smartphone. Yeah, you can see the dirty stuff here, and interesting, rather interesting. It's I have not seen it like this yet, so that means that this is for the headphones and a microphone, and it looks like it's also at the same time to charge the telephone. Interesting. Have not seen one like this yet. Okay, I mean, if this was a demo display or whatever, I am completely happy with it for that kind of price. However, that depends on I don't know about that. Not supposed to be a demo price for 2 gigabytes, 16 gigabyte. No, not supposed to be a demo. This was used, in my opinion. I don't know. I really do not know about that stuff. We're gonna play with later with this stuff here, with the headphones. That's hopefully I'm recording this stuff properly. No, this was not used. This is just again irregular stuff. Yeah, it would have been used. This stuff. It wouldn't be this short. But you know, every time it's just something they do so that they make you basically say stuff that you shouldn't. We have identical stuff here. Look at it. Yeah. I mean, would you say that this stuff is new? Somebody was painting it or what? I mean, it is new, but again, you know, the stuff that you see is underneath, is not even on the top of it. This ink here, whatever this is. So, every time it's something irregular. This is just, everything is just a coincidence. Okay. I'm not complaining about it. I am not complaining about it. I'm happy with it. Well, the charger 220 0.5 ampere. I don't know. This is new for me. Okay. And then we have this kind of stuff here. This is a micro SIM adapter. These are adapters for the cards. Yes. Okay. And then there is this kind of stuff here that I never used this stuff. I never used this stuff ever before. So that this stuff here, I should open it up and They say it's free. Micro SIM adapter, they're free, yeah. What the hell is this thing? I don't even know. I never used this stuff in my lifetime. I don't know what that is. Okay, so it looks like everything is here. Charger, cable, it just looks like absolutely everything is here. Now, what I don't see here, however, is one thing. Okay. It says here earphone, card, pin, instructions, data, adapter, mobile phone film, mobile phone shell, mobile phone, everything is here. Okay, let's take this off. Do you see here cut? You can see the cuts right there. If you don't see it, I am going to magnify this stuff. They're gonna do it like this, and I am going to video record this stuff so that you can see it. Let me see that you actually get to see this stuff properly. Chop business. Why the hell would that be necessary? Chinese don't do that stuff. If you buy the telephones stuff, they have no intention to chop the cords. In the factory, they also don't do them. They also don't knife the stuff in the factory. They don't do it. This cable will fall apart. The damage that you see right there is just going to be a twist the cable, and that's where it's going to open right there. It's designed in such a way so that it will eventually split right there. Protection. Chinese don't have any interest in this is the stuff that I can see before I even pull this vinyl off this cable. They don't have an interest doing this stuff to the customers. This is also the painted stuff here I see. You're gonna see this video. I am going to put this with this microscope. You can see this is so neat, so nice. You can see it. This one is recording really well. The microscope is taking microscopic stuff is doing really good job. That otherwise I would need the microscope. So, well, let's open it up, and we're gonna see what is inside in there. Okay. The one who used to do the reviews for police investigators. But police investigators, you can see that stuff, that black one right there. The police investigators, I remember them saying, no, I don't want to do it anymore. You do some. And they pull the police officers that they have used, obviously to secure outside perimeters of the house, to do also the reviews with me of in future vandalized items. So I don't notice anything wrong with this. It's the same thing like with the box, with absolutely everything. It's always something crazy. The crazy factor always is present, just like delivery, just like everything. These people have a very, very little to say. Let's connect this telephone, and I will do this just so that I can see what exactly is going on with the battery. I don't know how to connect this, folks. I never had a telephone that would be using this kind of plug, frankly. I'm not too excited about this. This is a loosey here, this stuff, not too good. Don't know. Right now, the charger is charging it, but I don't see anything that would be indicating me that's actually charging. But the charger is indicating that the telephone is charging. So we do that stuff. I'll probably have to end the recording here, and once, if the telephone is going to even, I don't know, power itself enough, it's strange that it does not indicate the level of charge. Then what I will do is I will continue from there. I hope that this cable works. Now I hope that nothing is wrong with I hope that nothing is wrong with I really hope that nothing is wrong with the port here or whatever. But the telephone, I don't know. I have not seen stuff like this yet. See this? See this here? If it's gonna do any better here with this charger. Take those other cables away. So, you'd have to see how to... Maybe the telephone is completely charged. I think it was something like that the telephone had to be turned on. I might have to even read the instructions, user guide. So turning on and off, turning on and off. Power key is the one I demonstrated you. Home screen USB port, volume plus minus. Press and hold the power button to turn your telephone on. Okay, I will do that. Rebooting press etc. is a power off 15 seconds. Inserting SIM card, use provided SIM tray extraction tool to take the SIM tray out of the side of your phone, etc. etc. When your phone battery is running low, connect the USB cable to the phone and plug it into an adapter connected to power outlet. Disconnect the charger when your phone is fully charged. Use only authorized USB cables and power adapters. Using unauthorized devices to charge your phone might severely damage the battery and lead to explosions. Okay. Network connective. Wi-Fi setting. Tap the name of the Wi-Fi, etc. Telecommunication, making calls, incoming calls, home screen, basic features. Messaging, battery user, open system setting to tap battery to see your telephone, manage applications, safety information, etc. That kind of stuff. Okay, very nice. Hopefully it's not going to explode. I am going to take this off like that. And what I'll do is I'll just go like this, power button, and I will continue to hold this power button to see what's going on with this stuff. I am at this point in time a bit skeptical about this. Usually that would just not be the case like that. So to me it looks like the battery really empty or some kind of problem. I think the battery really empty. So it scares me a little bit. I don't really know what to think. I have to take time, find myself adapter for this thing here, place right at the top, and then use the cable to see if it's going to charge in that case. I don't know what to expect from this. Don't know what to think about it. The telephone doesn't turn itself on. Or maybe it's a procedure like this, or very strange. Usually the telephone would do this because it would be the empty battery. I have to tell you that during MK Ultra it was enormous blah 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 in respect to this issue, but a Chinese site demonstrated something that made a valid point to these police officers in parentheses, and they calmed down. The telephone based on MK Ultra scenario was even completely charged already and stuff like that. This telephone. Hard to believe, but there's been a lot of irregularities. This is what they brainwashed me with. All through, it did appear that they charged the telephone. They had manufacturer literally talking to them about this telephone, giving them instructions about the telephone. Telephone overall 6-inch when compared to the 5-inch telephone. Let's see the size. It's a little bit bigger. It is a little bit bigger. Just a little tiny, a little bit bigger it is. It's a very best size. Beautiful telephone, I don't know. Truly beautiful telephone. I don't know what to say. I will try to figure out why this is not working. And once I figure out why this stuff is not turning on, once I figure out why this is not turning on, I am going to do the update on a telephone. Yeah, I don't know how that this here doesn't come out. Yeah, I don't know enough about that stuff, but I don't know much about this stuff at all, really. I see there is this kind of pin here. And there is this stuff here and so on. Maybe you pull this out, or maybe this is a light. I have to inform myself on the internet to see basically even how to use this stuff. So strange that you would have, but this is exactly the telephone, that you would have at the same place where it's charging, that you would also have a place for the headphones. That's fucking weird, man. That's truly weird. I have not seen anything like this yet. Robert Golob was laughing at this stuff here. This was laughable to him. He said he had not seen shit like this yet. Overall, it appears to me that police was having a second thoughts about this telephone. To me, however, it looks really beautiful. I'm more worried about something else. This, all through, this is not good. This stuff is bad. You're gonna have headphones like this. I have never seen with something like that. That's truly crazy. But I am really gonna be even afraid to use this stuff. That's truly crazy. But on the other hand, Chinese were telling me it's Bluetooth stuff. Hopefully it is. And hopefully that I can power one on. maybe expensive telephones are like this. I don't know. I'm a poor guy, really. So financially, those police officers had a lot of money, but they were poor in the head. So this is the review. This is the review of the opening. What will happen? Que sera, sera, like somebody said. You have to find out about. Play a little bit with this charger and see once I see what's going on, what's happening with this stuff, then I'll be able to talk to you about more. Really, it says here 0.5 ampere. And maybe that's just too much of it. I don't know. Maybe this also is going to be a problem. All through is just a power bank. I don't know. I don't know what to think. If it's just 0.5 ampere, that's like really, really, really beanie. I don't know. The telephone under normal circumstances that I know of, they would indicate the level of, you know, this one is not indicating anything. That's just weird. That's truly weird. Okay, we're gonna plug this here into another port. See if it's gonna turn on, just to show me the level of the energy. This where was all kinds of stuff, including that the telephone was no good and that kind of stuff. A lot of blah 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 blah. So no, I think the telephone is very good. It's just more of this type of stuff here that you see, this crazy stuff, irregularities. Yeah, well, it just doesn't turn itself on. That's weird. That's really weird. I want to see something else on this opportunity. And to do that, I'm going to use this telephone here. So basically, if it's going to give me a chance to video record the edges of this telephone, I want to use this kind of stuff to I'm thinking that all through it would be very, very not likely. The chances that this would even be the telephone from the time when police play with it are possible. There is a possibility about that. Who knows? Yeah, this is so shiny that you can actually not even, it's actually even hard to video record anything that would be yeah. Nothing looks broken over there inside or anything like that. I don't see any of that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen stuff like this yet. Yeah, I have to find out about what this is all about. I've not seen beasts like this yet. Truly have not seen. The Chinese seller, he would actually exchange them a telephone. It was something like that, that the telephone did not work. It was about that stuff too. I am pretty sure this telephone works. I just have to figure out what's going on with the telephone. I don't think that this telephone does not work. I am still quite certain that a telephone works. It's just that, well, if the telephone doesn't work, if the telephone really doesn't work, then in that case, this is just how can I even demonstrate to you this? I'm thinking about using something, some object that I could demonstrate you that I actually am squeezing the button. Okay, so that's very important. I did not took note of it. Let me see if you see this properly. Let's see this stuff. Very important for me. We're gonna do it like this. And where is this thing here? Okay, so that you can see this. This is what the seller was very sensitive about this issue. I want to make sure that you see that the telephone is not turning itself on. Chinese seller actually insisted that he would simply not even accept the return if this here would not indicate that it was pressed inside all the way. So let's do it again. With both hands, you see it. This should turn on the telephone. Whatever telephone would be, this should turn on the telephone. There's no. So this is either the battery completely finished, or I'm gonna squeeze both buttons. Nothing. Now either I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, or I just have not had the telephone like this yet. Turning your phone on and off, turning on, press and hold the power button to turn your telephone on. That's the power key right there. There's no signs to it. Inserting SIM, use SIM and TF cards. Use the provided SIM tray extraction tool to take SIM tray out. Removing SIM, charging with your phone battery is running low, connect the USB cable to the phone and plug it into power connected to the power outlet. Disconnect the charger when your phone is fully charged. Use only authorized USB cables. So battery usage, open system setting and tap battery. Manage application, safety information. Wow. I am thinking and thinking about this stuff that this is just, I have not done enough in my opinion. Let's see what is inside of the telephone. Very irregular, because you don't even get to see what is where do you open this telephone. You open it here, or So this is the stuff here. This stuff should be, let me see something else here. No. Yeah, it should be therefore here on this side somewhere. This telephone I was told by the man who had the driver deliver this telephone. This telephone must sit inside a Slovenian warehouse all along, because these were his words. His words to me were that the telephone is going to sit inside of the warehouse, for several years. This is what I was told. So that run around to Ljubljana, Bistra, and Bistra, Ljubljana, that kind of stuff could well as mine be it. But when he was asked, talking about this man, he said, no, 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 no. Even despite being written that the telephone should be delivered on a Friday, it's the way driver did, the way it's supposed to be. Obviously, yes, we all know that in Ljubljana are customs, but I don't understand. Well, I'm not going to get into this stuff. Quite insane shit, man. Quite insane stuff, eh? Every fucking time, something sick. Interesting. Funny, because I don't see that you could open even this telephone. Look inside of one. I don't even see that. Where do you open this telephone? It's got the same this stuff on both sides. This is what is also interesting. It's also notable that I have not seen stuff like this yet. Don't even know how the hell to open this. Maybe this is really like a really fine telephone. I mean, yeah, and I'm just really so damn poor like a mouse that I don't know how to open this thing. Maybe. Maybe so. I don't know. I see strange comment posted that these telephones are not 128 gigabytes, but just 16, and they're not 4 gigabyte RAM, but just 2. And I don't, me being poor, uh, maybe there is telephones, sophisticated telephones out there. I have not had the telephone with this kind of port yet, and so I don't know. You know, it's a possibility. I did not have any experience with this stuff. Beautiful, but non-functional. Let's go and charge it. And once we charge this baby, we're gonna see basically if, when I say charge it, connect with this stuff here straight into the wall. This is made for American market, obviously, but it says right there 110 to 40. Well, 220 volts is what we have here in Europe. Should be not a problem for this stuff. I thought I would not be capable to use it, but I see it will work just fine. That is actually if it works. Like this, and I am going to video record this stuff so that you can see it. Let me see that you actually get to see this stuff properly. Chop chop business. Why the hell would that be necessary? Chinese don't do that stuff. If you buy the telephones stuff, they have no intention to chop the cords. In the factory, they also don't do them. They also don't knife the stuff in the factory. They don't do it. this cable will fall apart. The damage that you see right there is just going to be a twist the cable, and that's why it's going to open right there. It's designed in such a way so that it will eventually split right there. Protection. Chinese don't have any interest in this is the stuff that I can see before I even pull this vinyl off this cable. They don't have an interest doing this stuff to the customers. This is also the painted stuff here I see. You're gonna see this video. I am going to put this with this microscope. You can see this is so neat, so nice. You can see it. This one is recording really well. The microscope is taking microscopic stuff is doing really good job. That otherwise I would need the microscope. So, well, let's open it up, and we're gonna see what is inside in there.